Some days you just want to get in and out of the kitchen and you don't have a ton of time, and these options can be great for that. Hi, I'm Meg. Welcome to Plant Fit Meg. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I hope you'll take a look around at some other videos while you're here. I make videos about healthy weight loss, simple plant-based recipes, and living a healthy lifestyle. Today I wanted to discuss lazy vegan meals, and this is a video that I've had sort of churning in my brain for a little bit, and it was actually requested as well. So I wanted to get into what I eat when I'm having a lazy day, what I eat when I'm sick or I don't have things batch prepped. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I do love to batch prep my food. I don't necessarily meal prep every single meal, but I do love leftovers, and I love to batch prep, big batches of quinoa or another whole grain along with a bean for the week, and then I can sort of mix and match with other things as I go. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to go with there's no batch prep available or involved. And sometimes we do run out of our batch cooked food, and then it's a matter of pulling pieces together and putting together a meal in a quick and easy way. I thought these recommendations might be helpful for people who are embarking on Veganuary in January as well. So hopefully this is helpful to people who are already plant-based or plant curious, and people who are going to be diving in January and jumping into trying out a plant-based diet for the month to see how it goes. So I'll start out by sharing some items that I love to keep in my kitchen and always keep handy so that I'm prepared and ready to make a quick and easy meal. And then I'll get into some quick and easy snack and meal ideas. And it'll go from super duper simple, very basic, to a little more time consuming, but under 10 minutes, nothing too crazy. If you enjoy this video and you want to see more from me, remember to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. With that, let's jump right into lazy vegan meals. So there are several things in our kitchen that we just always have on hand. They're staples, and we just have them always. And we make sure to replenish and not run out, and they're just things that we just always keep in our kitchen. So starting with the fridge and freezer, we always keep frozen fruit and frozen vegetables in our freezer. So we always have frozen berries on hand. We often will have at least one other type of frozen fruit as well, sometimes mango or pineapple or cherries. We kind of mix it up. And we always keep frozen vegetables as well. So we often have broccoli, cauliflower rice, different mixed veggie mixes, like stir fry mixes or mixed baby veg. In the fridge, we like to keep tofu and sometimes some smoked tofu as well. That's also where we keep sauces and condiments and things that can really jazz up your meals. We also like to keep pre-washed and pre-chopped and prepared vegetables on hand. That makes it really easy to just grab and throw it into whatever dish you're making. So if you don't have time to buy fresh and chop it yourself, buying pre-washed and pre-chopped can be really helpful. It might be a little bit more expensive, but it can be great for convenience factor and putting things together much quicker. We also keep our non-dairy milks in the fridge. We like to have soy milk and almond milk on hand, and occasionally we'll buy something different just to jazz it up, like oat milk or cashew milk or something like that, just for fun. Moving into the pantry cupboard, we like to keep lentils on hand, canned beans. We also like to keep oats on hand, cocoa powder, diced tomatoes, and better than bouillon or veggie broth. We often keep backups of our favorite sauces and condiments in our pantry cupboard, as well as balsamic vinegar and things like that. You can keep this as simple or make it as complex as you want. So do your best to keep things on hand that you love, that you know will add a lot of flavor and add enjoyment to your meals. If you're interested, there are also a lot of vegan analog products available. So things like mock meats and egg replacements and things like that. We tend to stay away from them in our household, at least on a day-to-day basis. It's not something that we stay away from completely and never consume, but day-to-day we do stay away from those items. You can check to see what ingredients you are comfortable with or not, and go ahead and try them out. There are tons of vegan options, and again, it can be a little more expensive to buy these convenience products and perhaps not as healthful as a whole food plant-based meal, but they can be great in a pinch if you just need something really quick and super easy. I know my husband in particular really enjoyed having those mock meat deli sandwich meat, like mock ham and mock turkey and things like that for sandwiches. And also he really enjoyed having sausages like tofurkey sausages or field roast sausages on hand that were just easy to whip up. Breakfasts have always been the easiest for me to veganize, and I think that's because even prior to going vegan, I was eating a lot of vegan breakfasts without even realizing it. So all I had to do really was swap out the cow's milk for a non-dairy option, and many of my breakfasts became vegan. So a lot of cereals and breads are actually vegan. Of course, read the labels and check to make sure that they are vegan, but a lot of those items are. Fruit is always a great option for breakfast time. We also love oatmeal. We often have oatmeal with some frozen fruit over the top. Super delicious. You can jazz it up with peanut butter or jam or both. Jazz it up with some applesauce to sweeten it up. Add some spices, add some cinnamon, and make it really yummy. Maple syrup is also a really delicious addition to oatmeal. Having toast with peanut butter and jam, or avocado toast, or peanut butter and banana, all are great options. Smoothies can also be a great option for breakfasts, adding some fruit and some greens, some non-dairy milk or some water, and you're good to go. I know a lot of people have sort of different meals for lunches versus dinners, but I'm just going to kind of lump them together because for me, lunch or dinner, they're kind of interchangeable. So just go with whatever suits your preferences here, but I'll just kind of combine them into one category here. Sandwiches and wraps are always wonderful options. And an easy way to make a sandwich or wrap is to use some smoked tofu. We like to have a smoked tofu with mustard and baby spinach. It's super simple, minimal ingredients, takes almost no time. You just chop up your tofu and you're good to go. Pasta is another really quick and great option. There are tons of different options for pasta, from whole wheat to brown rice to bean pastas with different nutritional profiles and different tastes. And so those are really fun to play with and to give those a go. And you can buy prepared pasta sauces that are vegan. A lot of red tomato sauces will be vegan. As always, I always recommend checking the labels just to make sure, because sometimes milk powder will sneak in there, or whey, or cheese even, but there are options out there. And I also have a recipe for a pretty simple marinara sauce that you could throw together with some frozen vegetables and canned diced tomatoes and some spices. Super easy. I'll link it here in case you haven't seen it yet or you want to check it out. I also wanted to talk about my Mishmosh meals. So these are meals that I have either shared on YouTube and or shared on my website. And they're basically easy meals that you just throw like 3 to 5 ingredients together and make a meal out of it. So for example, I have a lazy vegan curry on there, which is literally diced tomatoes, curry, and your bean of choice. So chickpeas or lentils or whatever you enjoy. And from there, of course, you can jazz it up and make it more complicated, or, you know, make it to suit your taste preferences. But the idea is to give you a base recipe, a base idea that you can just enjoy as is, or you can jazz up to your liking. I also have a recipe there for zesty beans, which is pretty much just salsa, beans, and corn thrown together. Again, you can jazz it up, add some spices, add some chili powder, add some cumin, maybe some onion and garlic. But if you're wanting to keep it super simple, you know, 5 to 10 minutes to just throw it together, my Mishmosh meals are there. So I will leave a link for those in the description box below so you can check them out. You can throw together a soup really easily with some veggie broth or some better than bouillon with some water, along with some frozen vegetables, some canned beans, and just mixing it up with your spice of choice. You could add, you know, Italian seasoning or maybe some rosemary and thyme or any other spice blend that you choose. I'm a big fan of finding and purchasing spice blends that you really like. So anything from, you know, a lemon pepper to a taco seasoning to a Cajun style seasoning or a Tex-Mex. There's so many different options, and they're really delicious additions to your meals and can make them really flavorful and really delicious. I love spices so much. They just enhance your meal so much. Putting together a stir fry is also super simple. If you have a package of rice that you can throw in the microwave, or if you have some noodles that you can just boil up on the stovetop really quick, and then pan fry some stir fry veggies with some tofu and soy sauce. Super delicious, super simple. And finally, snacks and desserts. There are so many options for vegan snacks. If you want to keep it whole food, plant-based, then you're gonna want to go with something like fruit. There's so many different options, so many different types of fruit that you can play with and enjoy. My kiddo loves fruit salad, so he loves to just mix and match different fruits together, and we use frozen fruit for that or fresh, depending just on what we have on hand. Also, just eating vegetables like carrots or cucumber or peppers, any vegetable that you like. You can dip it into any sauce you enjoy, like hummus or guacamole or salsa, or any number of different sauces. I'll leave a few sauce recipes linked below, but you can obviously also buy those commercially, and that will be the easiest option to just grab something off the shelf and have it on hand and ready to go, so that there's no preparation involved. Baba ganoush is delicious, and there's so many different options for different hummus flavors and for different sauces and dips that you can try. So there are also a ton of vegan options that are just accidentally vegan at the grocery store. So if you're looking at items that are maybe a little bit more processed and you're happy with that, if you're looking at, you know, crackers or chips or cookies, things like this, there are tons of vegan options there. And you might be surprised to find that some of your favorites, some things that you already enjoy, are available and are there in the grocery store, and they're vegan, and they might not be the most health promoting option, but they can be great ways to get started on your vegan diet and just get that ball rolling and get into a good rhythm of eating vegan food. I think people forget that they already eat a lot of vegan food. Even if you're not vegan, chances are you already eat some amount of vegan food in a day. Do you eat oatmeal? Do you eat bread? Do you eat fruit or veggies or rice or potatoes, right? So I think people sometimes think of vegan as some like weird, foreign, odd thing. But if you really think about it and you think about whole foods, it's pretty simple. So those are some ideas for some lazy vegan meals and vegan meals that I enjoy when I'm feeling sick or when I've run out of batch cooked and leftover foods. Really easy to just throw something together and enjoy my food. Some days you just want to get in and out of the kitchen and you don't have a ton of time, and these options can be great for that. So it just kind of depends on where you're coming from and what you're comfortable with and how much time you're willing to put into it, and what does lazy mean to you, right? Because back in the day, lazy for me was, you know, a fast food meal. It didn't mean spending any time in the kitchen at all. And that has changed a lot for me. So now a lazy meal looks more like a mishmosh meal where I throw, you know, 3 or 4 items together that are sort of pantry or freezer items, fridge items, and I just sort of toss them together and enjoy. So I hope that this video was helpful to you and that you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear what your easy meals are down in the comment section below. So let me know what kind of meals you like to enjoy when you're sick or when you haven't really batch prepped, or you just want something really quick and simple. Remember to like the video if you liked it and subscribe to the channel below. I'm so happy to have you here, subscribe to the channel and watching my videos. I really appreciate it. So thank you very much for watching to the end of the video today. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, and stay tuned for my next video, which will be about New Year's resolutions and my plans for January and beyond. So stay tuned for that. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.